Thank you for listening to the Black Delegates Podcast. Rate, review, share.
Yo, Herb, take it from the top. 1, 2. My mic sound nice. Check 1. My mic sound nice. Check 2. My mic sound nice. Check 3. Are you ready?
Welcome to the Black Delegates Podcast. Today's date is December the 13th, 2020. We're on episode 138. We are 138 episodes old. I am your host, the Black Ryan, with my co-host, Box Wine Poppy.
How's it going, fellas?
All right. And Ghetto Phenom.
What's good with it?
Nothing much. How y'all doing, man? So, we back. We made it.
We bike. Yeah, man. Chilling.
Happy. Hopefully.
Hey, might be coming out of this mess, man.
Hope so. Who knows?
Really?
So, I'm going to start this off with some listener mail.
What?
Got some listener mail, yep. People just was hitting me up about the pod, so they definitely, I was wondering, was anybody listening to the podcast? But, yep, I guess they are. So, shout out to everybody that's listening. Where did I put these? Put them in captures. All right, first one from listener Mario. What up, Mario? He said, using curbside at Target defeats the purpose of going to Target in the first place, which is, of course,
To check
some
out
people watching. Yes.
Yeah.
And I agree. I agree with you, sir.
Some top shelf milk up in there.
Yeah.
Mario, you're on the right track, man.
Going
We
to
speak the same
Target for
language.
no people watching? Yo.
Yo,
gotta
you
up
already
your
got to go
game.
to the store. Where you finna go? Where you going?
Fam,
You going
hey.
to Starbucks?
Look, hey, y'all know, you'll know, Doris Burke. That's my demo, man. They be up in Target. That's right there. So like, that's my wave right there, buddy. And look, it's such a difference when you go to like Walmart and shop, and then you go to Walmart and Target and shop. Man, it's such an upgrade. Just treat yourself every now and then, man. Go to Target just for the people.
Feel you.
So much better.
Because it did come up because somebody was talking about Target in Atlanta, and I was like, "Yo, Target in Atlanta probably ain't even fair." Like you'll just be up in there all day. Like, I'm never leaving. It's like going to the strip club,
Exactly.
except you don't have the tip. That's funny. Regarding the fantasy draft, I talked to Sam. What up, Sam? He said we should have put Lenny Fetter from Grown Ups.
Who the hell
He
is
said we
that?
should have put him on there.
Grown Ups.
You ain't never seen Grown Ups?
With
So
Adam
it's
Sandler.
Adam
Right?
Sandler, Chris Rock,
remember the
Kevin.
I vaguely recall the hooping
What's
scene.
his name? Yeah, I looked it up, and there was one dude. He kept saying that like he was hitting all the shots, but he was trash.
Okay.
But he was funny though.
Gotcha.
So I think that was his character name on there. And then he was saying that he's surprised that Hoosiers didn't come up in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Because we probably should have picked one of them. But I was like, I think the dudes in Hoosiers was real people, so I wouldn't actually pick them, even though it was a movie.
They were based on real people, but like the names were all like the one dude that was good. Like he's not a real person.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
it's Jimmy Chitwood. Jimmy Chitwood is
That's what he was saying.
that's the Gordon Hayward of 1935. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you tell him this was the Black Delegates podcast, though?
I don't think it mattered because we picked Teen Wolf. He's
I
white.
took Professor X in the first round. So.
Yeah, everybody agreed that your picks were trash. Yeah, everybody agreed that your picks were trash,
Man,
and it was kind of like an auto draft.
Just because I got a quadriplegic as my first round pick doesn't mean anything. Athletic competition.
And I'm not necessarily I'm not dissing the white delegation, but like you said, like 1935 Indiana Hoosiers, not so much.
The real team, though, if you read like the back, like the real team that the movie's based on, they did beat Oscar Robinson's like high school team. They did that really did happen. So that team, they weren't trash. They obviously
No, I'm not saying they were trash.
Yeah,
I'm just saying those skills wouldn't have translated, not for my team.
Gotcha.
I want to see Oscar Robertson play because I don't understand how he kept losing.
Well, he won three national championships in college, man. So like, dude was a winner, man. But yeah, he went to I think they had a Cincinnati.
Oh, okay. He won in college. I had no idea.
Yeah,
I had no idea. I've never heard anybody say that.
I think he won 3 straight. Yeah, I think he won. I think he won his sophomore, junior, and so 2. It was either 2 or 3. I could be wrong. I think he went to 3 finals and lost. He lost the senior year, but he won the they didn't play freshman year back there. So I think he won sophomore year national championship, junior national championship. I think they lost in the finals in the senior year, which is crazy. That dude had been out. He probably when he went to his freshman year, if it was now, you know what I'm saying? He'd been balling by 4 years of missing NBA.
Ain't no way that dude won that many times in college and we ain't heard about it.
I'm pretty sure he did, man. Look it up.
3-time college player of the year. 3-time consensus first team All-American. 3-time NCAA scoring leader.
Okay, but what about championships?
Gold medalist.
What about rings?
I don't see anything about a championship on here. Mr. Basketball in 1956.
2 Final
Hall of Fame, Hall of Fame.
NBA Rookie of the Year, Most Valuable Player, NBA
I don't think
champion.
Still won.
You just be disrespecting him for some reason. I don't know why you won't give the Big O his love.
I'm not disrespecting him. I mean, if you average a triple-double, it means something. I'm just curious why he didn't win more. I mean, if he was doing all that, you probably should have won some more.
Man,
I mean, we can't validate right now in this half Google search
because who
that
the
he
hell
won
is the
any
Cincinnati Royals?
championship.
Who the hell is the Cincinnati? Like he was on the Sacramento Kings when they were in Cincinnati, man. Like that's what their team is. You knew they were trash, man. Come on, Sacramento trash now. When they were in Cincinnati, they definitely had to be trash. Come on, that's a legacy losing right there.
Yeah. All right. So appreciate y'all with the listener feedback. As always, hit me up whenever. I would definitely relay it on the call when we can. All right. So do y'all have a weekly random shout out? I want to try this. It ain't got to be a whole bunch.
Why don't you
just somebody random?
Since you started to kick it off and give us an idea of what you're trying to do.
So somebody random that I was thinking about the other day, and I was like, man, shout out to Ontario Smith, Minnesota Vikings running back. A little while ago, he played like 2 years in the NFL, most famous for the Whizzinator, the original Whizzinator. My boy couldn't stop smoking the weed, and therefore he had the whole fake deal so that he could try to cheat the test.
The fake weed.
He actually had he seemed like he was going to be a pretty good running back. I think at that time they had 2 or 3 running backs on the Minnesota Vikings. But he got caught with it, and down the drain his career went. 2 years and he was out of there.
Mm-hmm. I may recall that just because of the Whizzinator story. Yeah, that's that'll go down in history right there.
Yep. I looked at his yards though. He only had like 500 yards each year, so I'm not really sure why we were thinking that he was going to be so great, but it might have just been some fill-in games where he was clowning.
Man, I'll tell you why. Because he was he played it. I think he went to Tennessee first, or maybe he went to Oregon first. I think he went to Oregon.
Tennessee first, and then he got kicked off the team.
Right. Then he went to Oregon, and I think man, like I know no disrespect to the West Coast, but man, y'all's football is trash. I can't really evaluate it. It's like living in the SEC land and watching these type of games. Like, just the speed, but when you watch them Pac-10 games, especially back then, like it seemed like everything was just so fast. They were passing so much more. You thought like, oh man, this running back, he's a beast. He's going to be a monster. And he comes into the league and he don't do much of nothing. Plus he's a weed head. So, you can't explain that. But the Pac-12 be hyping people up because it just really the level of competition that you expect out there. Even though they seem like big time teams, it really just ain't like that. It's like one good team every year.
Yeah. So do y'all have any quick shout outs? If you don't have one, you don't have one. It's fine.
You want me to just do sports ones? I got one.
It don't matter. Whoever.
Yeah, shouts to Harold Miner, man. Baby Jordan. NBA starting up.
Baby Jordan.
I always wondered what happened to that dude, man. That was a big thing. Baby Jordan when he came in. Man, that didn't do. I don't even think I saw him play in an NBA game, man. I'm pretty sure I did. Maybe I saw one. Just like random regular season Heats game. But Yeah, whatever happened to that dude, man? This will do it.
Because remember I threw that up in the group chat
Yeah.
to talk about him because I had never actually gone to watch any film on Harold Miner, and I was like, let me go look at this dude. Anybody they call Baby Jordan, he had to be dope in college, so I was gonna look for his college highlights. Man, the dude was fire. And then I was like, okay, what happened to the NBA? Let me find some NBA highlights. And when he played against Jordan, also was fire. So he was hooping for a minute, but it was just like literally for like 2 quarters, and then Jordan put it on him. But he did look like a little Jordan. So, hey man, I don't know what happened with his career. I'm not sure, maybe just in his head. But everything the dude was doing, he looked like he belonged. Mm-hmm. And there's no reason why he couldn't have had success doing the things that I saw him do well in a few little footage that I saw.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, he was dope in college, or it seemed dope in college, but he went to USC, and that's it's a media capital, man. So he got a lot of hype because he was USC basketball. You know how that goes, man. So
yeah, Phenom, any comments on Harold?
I mean, Harold Miner, he was a solid player offensively. I mean, you could see him get buckets. I think mainly it was the hops. He was dunking on folks, and that's why people called him Baby Jordan. But I mean, he showed some flashes, but it was mainly the athleticism, and as you know, the NBA athleticism alone.
Once everybody's athletic here,
carries.
Better do something else.
He was only like 6'5", I think, or
he looked shorter than that.
Again, Pac-12. Pac-12 be fooling folks, man. You be thinking dudes is dope. Pac-12.
Pac-10 back then.
That's true. Yeah.
Since y'all talking about college basketball, I'll just do my shout out on some current folks. Shout out to the Mizzou Tigers basketball team. They came out here. They knocked out number 6 Illinois over this past weekend. They are undefeated. They need to be, I'm sure, come Monday, that they will be in the top 25, because I think they're 6-0. Is it 5-0 or 6-0? Maybe 5-0.
5-0. I think 5-0.
But they just beat Illinois, who was ranked number 6. They beat Wichita State earlier. They beat Oregon, who was number 21 at the time. So they rolling, man. So shout out to Mizzou basketball.
Look, just their luck. This will be their best season in history, and they'll shut the whole season down in February. Don't be no March Madness.
Right. That would be the most Mizzou thing ever.
Exactly.
So what happened with Terrence? Is he open?
Torrance.
Oh, Torrance, my bad.
Yeah, he still play. He's still up there. He's a junior this year. He didn't play much in that Illinois game, but yeah, he's still up there.
All right, because I did look at his opposite from the women's team over there, and she balling out.
Oh yeah.
Every time I've looked at her stats, she balling out. So look like she might be going league. So I'm gonna definitely check her when she go league, because I still never saw her play hard. It looked like it always seemed like she was toying with people and like literally letting the game come to her. So I'm just curious if she's pushed. What can she accomplish? So I'm gonna check her out when she play against some top competition.
Yeah, she dope. But yeah, shout out to Torrance Watson. They tried to turn him kind of into a shooter. Like that's all he does a lot, is just kind of spot up shooting, and he really needs to be kind of slashing, going to the bucket. But shout out to him, man. He's still up there hooping D1, getting it in. So yeah.
Yep. All right, let's move on. We had some sad news this week, so we got some rest in pieces.
Oh yeah,
quite a bit of it actually. So rest in peace to Chuck Yeager.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace.
Hold on. Do y'all know who that is? I just need to check the room.
He was the country singer, right? Was that him? No, that was Charlie Pride.
Phenom. What do you know who Chuck Yeager is?
I did not when he first passed. I didn't.
First dude to break the sound barrier in a plane. So that was the dude. If you've seen the movie The Right Stuff, which is actually a pretty dope movie, Right Stuff. He's not the main dude, but he's kind of like the dude that starts it and kind of ends it. they basically kind of implying that he's like if you want to make the perfect fighter pilot, test pilots, astronaut, like that dude would have been the dude, but they never let him get up into space. But yeah, he broke the sound barrier, man. So like
Okay.
but I think he just died from old age. But then the rest of the dude, obviously not black delegation. But then the other dudes, Tiny
Debo.
Yeah, Debo.
Yeah.
Debo.
Shout out to, rest in peace.
Died of COVID.
Carl Sutton.
Died of COVID.
Yeah.
And then Charlie
Pride.
Died of COVID.
Black country music singer.
Yeah, died of COVID.
Yeah.
Crazy, man. So yeah, man. A crazy year, a crazy week. At first, I just threw down Chuck Yeager on there. I thought, okay, that'll be it. And then Debo, and I was like, man, they just mountain. Let's hurt. Stop adding to this list right here, man. But yeah, Debo definitely hit me hard, man. That dude. It's just weird when you see a dude that he can't be that old. Probably in his 60s, but I mean, just looks so big. Yeah, looks so big and strong. Indestructible in the movies and stuff like that. But man, I guess he's been struggling with it all year long. They said he had symptoms back like in March, April. And I guess maybe they came back or he caught it again. I'm not really sure, man. Maybe there must have been some of the underlying condition. But yeah, sad, man.
Yeah, I didn't even realize because I heard heart attack, which, maybe it was related to the heart. I know COVID affects, many of the systems and many of the parts of your body. So maybe it was COVID induced. But when you just said that, that was really the first time I'd heard that it was related to COVID. Because I know when he first passed, they said it was a heart attack. But I guess it was, all that was related.
Probably. Probably.
And I will say, despite that, I went the other day to pick up some pizza. And it was hella folks up in that restaurant, no mask, just chilling, congregating. So,
well, first of all, COVID can't come back out if you're putting food in. You didn't know that,
right?
It cancels each other out. As long as you're eating, you're safe.
Right.
All right. So, rest in peace to all them, man. Love y'all, miss y'all, and appreciate whatever you gave to society while you was here. We know your name, so you did a good job.
But don't know what you did.
All right. That's okay, man. Nobody remembers stuff like that. I was probably not even born when that dude broke the sound.
Oh, definitely not. Definitely.
But respect. We all know what it is, though.
Word.
All right. So are we gonna rest in peace to Box Wine Poppy on this podcast? Because if he don't give us our 5 mics today, he might as well not come back next week.
Well, I got bad news where I've thoroughly reviewed all the songs in the drive. And I don't know how you want to do this. You want me to go song for song or you want to break it down?
You got to do song for song. I just want to know your opinion, man.
Overall, it was good, man. It was good stuff. Ryan, I think, I give it to Ryan, very introspective on some of the songs. Ryan, obviously, when he was writing these songs, definitely was going through it, man. Hard times. I mean, we got recession proof preacher song. What's it called?
Dear Pastor.
Dear Pastor. Yes, that was a little tough. And so Ryan definitely going through it, man. In some of these songs, I can hear it. And then as far as the Phenom, all I got to say is
fucking flow, word for word, bar for bar.
That's what I think, man. Yeah, stole my flow. No, man.
I don't even know what that clip was. What was that sound clip?
It was what was that? That was a Soulja Boy talking about Drake. He stole his flow, word for word. But no, man, I enjoyed the songs, man. Let me see. I'm trying. I wrote down notes so y'all wouldn't think I didn't do anything. So I'm
okay.
Okay. So I got the Swagger song. Again, some of these raps, the beats is cheat codes because y'all using popular beats, so that it wasn't fair. But
some of them beats we rap better than the original. What you talking
Swagger
about?
Look, the Swagger one, that's mostly Phenom, and I got a bone to pick with you, man, because there was a lyric in there that didn't make sense to me. You said top cock is the hen, so call me Red Rooster. What the hell does that mean, man? A cock and a hen, that's two different
Top cock gets the hen.
That's not what he said. He said, I'm the top
No,
cock.
that is what I said. Top cock gets the hen. No, wait, what did I say?
You said top cock is the hen, call me Red Rooster.
No, I said gets the hen.
I disagree with your bar.
You disagree with science.
Tell the author what.
I'm telling
disagree
you
with
wrong.
science.
I'm telling you wrong.
The top cock does get the hen.
And look, man, and so then the other part of the song that I take issue with is like you had you have the Olympic rap, the one verse that's like the Olympic so gone, but it's all
So
like
Gone
Olympic.
challenge.
So you're shouting out Usain Bolt and Michael Phelps and blah blah. And then in this song, the swagger, you shouting out Shaun White, the Winter Olympic dude. And there's another song. You had another song where you talking about Ryan Lochte. What's up with you in the Olympics, man? I mean, I can't even get you to watch one boxing match with me, but you know all these Olympic dudes. What's up with that?
What are you talking about? Watch boxing all the time. What are you talking about, bro?
I sit there and say, like, hey, man, you what do you think about this one? You're like, nah, I ain't gonna watch that. Nah, man, I ain't check that out. No. I'm like, man.
Oh yeah, if you talking because you're talking about the paid ones now. If it's not a pay-per-view worthy, I'm not
bootlegging them just like you are.
Now, when you talk about the Olympics, when you talk about these sports, that's free 99, baby. I don't got to pay for that.
All right,
that was the one there. I don't even have to watch it. Do you think I knew? You think I actually knew who Seth Westcott was? Like,
I didn't even catch that. I didn't even catch that name drop right there.
I didn't know who it was, and I still ain't Googled to see who it was. But I thought it sounded cool.
Okay, so anyway, Swagger. Next one on the list, Busted. Look, I don't know. First of all, I don't know why you chose the edited version of the chorus, man. Because like, if you're gonna go that far, just play the unedited version. And then it was really funny to hear my man Ryan, rapping over.
Busted. What are we talking about?
Huh?
What are we talking about? Which one is this?
Busted wide open.
Busted wide open.
Oh, dude, because I love ghetto hood beats. For real. I would be all introspective on nothing but hood beats if I was rapping for real.
I like the subject matter of this one would definitely had me pull me in, but it was just funny hearing my boy Ryan giving some problematic lyrics in there.
Right.
Next song, let's see, Get It In. I think this is pretty much the first song in rap history that the hook is about a barber. So, like, why are you riding around clippers in the back of your car? I didn't understand that part of that. And then you talking about taking the drawers of some freak, put them in their pajamas, and you talking about Michelle Obama's a hood rat. What's wrong with you, man? This is like I wrote this song, man. This is disgusting. Get this one out.
Yo, first of all, you need to make sure you say my bar properly.
Go ahead, give it to me.
I'm trying to think what I said.
You said you were gonna take the drawers off some freak. Michelle Obama's a hood rat. That's what you said.
No, I said same thing. Same thing when you take off the drawers of some freak. Just divide it and conquer. Hancock or my Johnson.
That's right.
This beat is a monster. Put them both in their pajamas. That's bars. Come on, man.
I'm not saying it's not bars. I'm just saying it's problematic. That's all. And then what about Michelle
problematic?
Obama?
And the Michelle Obama was a compliment, actually.
We respecting hoes in 2021. They're talking about Michelle Obama.
I said trading busted baby hood rats for Michelle Obamas.
Okay.
Hanes come for fit, suit of jeans like a young Obama. Same mold like number 9s and punctuation commas. Get it from my mama if he knew us better. I know the words.
How long ago did you write that?
2008, when he first was finna get elected.
Yeah, that's like the crazy thing about, like, when you write songs and lyrics and raps and things of that nature. It's just funny how, like, you may not even remember it until you hear like a little bit of it. If somebody says something or you hear just a little bit, then it all kind of comes back. And it can be 10, 15, 20 years ago that you kind of wrote that. And then you just hear a little bit, or you might hear something else that reminds you of that. And then like that whole lyric, that whole bar just like comes back into your mind. I think that's right.
Okay,
Speaking of which, you got Phenom, because I wanted to give him some flowers. Okay, Phenom, your song, the one that you said you didn't want your mom to hear because of the lyrics. You remember?
Yep.
Because of what happened. I know your verse on that, word for word, often randomly be saying it at the crib, just so you know. How much I like that verse, man. It was fire.
I know which one you're talking about. Let me get to that one. Okay, so next one, like that, just the notes wrote down. Recession Proof. This is all Ryan.
Yeah, that was me.
Like I said, Ryan, definitely going through it like the chorus. I think this may be the first, just like I said, the last song was the first rap that had a chorus about going to being a barber. This is the first one I think about, like telling your boss you're going to quit.
Yo, I wrote that on my lunch break when I was finna quit. I was literally like, I'm not going back in here. I'm finna put this beat on. And I was like, you know what? I'm about to write this diss song to my job.
But I gotta call you out, Ryan, on the contradiction of these rhymes. And so in this song, Recession Proof, you talking about how you want to slap a boss, not your current boss, but a former boss. And you say all that. But then in your other song, Blessed, You talking about how you blessed to have a job. So which is it? Is it Uchi Wally or One Mic, Ryan? Which one is it? Tell me.
Yo, you blessed. Uchi Wally is in one mic. Okay, it's you blessed to have a job, even if your boss be tripping. And at that time, I was lucky to have a job, blessed to have one. I appreciated it, but at the same time, yo, this lady and this dude is tripping. Well, not really lady, just a dude.
So Recession, interesting. Okay, The Awakening. I did not like the beat. That it's got like a little annoying little sound into it. Ryan was rapping like the dude from the Kanye and Jay-Z song "Never Let You Down" off the first Kanye album. So that kind of had me going. But he was definitely you were definitely going through it on that song too. But I didn't understand why he had smoke with Fran Drescher. What was the Fran Drescher reference? What'd she do to you, man?
Wannabe rappers, you annoy me, Fran Drescher.
Something like that.
Not as close as we saying where am I welcome. Yeah.
Like this.
That was my homie Kendall. He was supposed to be on the track. He was not on the track. Mm-hmm. He told me he was recording the track. Then said he needed help recording the track. I drove all the way out to West County. He still didn't record the track. But he was saying he was going to be a rapper for real.
Okay.
And I just felt like he was playing me like I was trying to steal his shine or something. Like, yo, I'm not a real rapper, man.
Okay. So let me go through this quickly. We take some time. So the next song, Where I've Been, I think that's the one you were just talking about. I think that's the best song in the whole thing. That's the one y'all were talking about? Okay, yeah, that is fire. That is the best song on the whole joint. I got
that's fire. I feel like I want to put that out.
And is that an original beat or is that something y'all copied from somewhere else?
Who was the beat on Where I've Been? Because that was that one with that it kind of had a guitar beat on there. Phenom, you remember?
Yeah, I definitely remember that beat.
Because you brought that beat.
Did I?
Because you wanted to rap over that, I believe.
Yeah, I don't remember where I got that. I don't know where that came from, but that mug was fire. I know, you gave me some props on the verse, which I appreciate. I thought your verse was dope on there. That's the funny thing. When I listen to it, I'll be like, Ryan, spit on this mug.
Yeah, that's definitely the best one by far. Both of y'all, yeah, we need more of that.
But the hook was definitely fire. I'm definitely proud of that hook. Like that hook was pro.
Yeah, that hook is fire.
Everything was good. The whole thing. I mean, it was like a legit song, man. It was like a professional type thing. So let me get through the last two so we can get onto the topics, man. So Lyrical. Okay. I think that was just Phenom on the So Lyrical.
No, that's me.
That's you. Needed more verses. My notes were I liked it, but needed more verses, man. Because I think that's
Phenom was supposed to be on there. I don't remember what happened.
Yeah, so it's like 2 minutes, and like the first like 58 seconds is literally you just like getting ready to come in. I'm like, man, okay, come on, this is So Lyrical, and like, come on, get with it. And then you
yeah.
And I was like, okay, where's the rest of it? And I was like, man, I need two more. You need somebody else on there. So yeah, I need to feel that.
Phenom has a verse to that because I've heard it lately. I think on So Lyrical because that was his chorus. I just rapped it so I would have a placeholder for the verse.
And then my last note, the song Never.
Never was fire.
You letting him go by? You letting Phenom get by with some Kobe hate in there? There's a Kobe hate bar in there. You letting that?
No, it's not because he gives them props.
Kobe props, right?
And I actually did rewind it when he said it, and that's why it was so hard because he said, "Watch Moss rewind it." He never thought he heard it or whatever, and I was like, "Dude, I actually rewound that. That's why it was hard."
I said, Moss thought he'd never hear it. Watch him go and press rewind. Moss thought he'd never hear it. Watch him go and press rewind.
Yep. Because I was like, what does this dude say about Kobe hating? And I rewound it. Yep.
But yeah, man, overall, it was fun, man. It was good. I listened to it multiple times. All right, well, I'm definitely selling now. And everybody just send me the streams. I need the money for the streams. Just send it to me. Don't send it to these two. I'm their agent. But yeah, man, I enjoyed it. So I finally listened to it. I don't need no diss track. I don't need no Hit 'Em Up Part 5. I know you were getting ready.
I was, and you know how Pac started it off too.
Oh, no.
I would not be that disrespectful.
Mr. Busted Wide Open, I think you will be that disrespectful.
Nah, that was the old me. I ain't like that.
The old you, okay.
Yep. I thought you wanted to talk about Dear Pastor. You didn't want to say nothing about it?
Well, again, it kind of goes back to the intro, man. You getting into it right there, man. Did you want to talk about it? Do you want to talk about the creation of it?
Whatever questions you have, I will answer. I'm not. It ain't no secret.
Pause before he went. Did you let him hear it or no?
I never let him hear it. I wrote that before, like right when I was kind of hanging around again, like around church, and I hadn't really pieced it up with him, I guess I'll say. I hadn't forgiven him in my heart yet. I was kind of just around him like, all right, man, like I'll just be around because I don't have nothing else to do because I was going through. And that's kind of how I ended up around him and just going to hoop and stuff like that. So, yeah, he never heard it. I've let a couple people hear it. My other little brother, I let him hear it. No, Ronell didn't hear it, but my brother Kyle heard it. I let him hear it one time. He was riding with me, and then my mom heard it, and she was like, "I should let him listen to it." And I'm like, "Ugh, that'd be strange." So I never let my dad listen to it though, because I didn't want to think.
That's not him at the end. That's not him on the phone at the end.
No, that was me doing my impression, and it was pretty good. Yeah. Every time when I listen to it, sometimes I'm like, "Dang, that sounds like him for real."
For the listeners out there, basically, I mean, it's Ryan basically does a hit 'em up part 3 on his dad. just kind of wild.
It is not that bad.
I was uncomfortable listening to it, but it's still.
That second verse is still my favorite verse all time.
You got to put these out to the listeners. You got to put these out there somewhere so they can hear them, man.
Put a mixtape, curated, and put a mixtape out there.
There you go. That's it.
Yeah, maybe.
Enough content.
All right. Okay, so enough talking about what people can't even hear. So they may not understand, but I just need y'all listeners to know. Myself, Phenom, we had bars. Phenom probably still got bars because he sounded like he still be rapping, but I have not rapped in a long time. But right. I'm sure
every now and then I'll write something. I'll get inspired and write something. But hashtag better than us.
As we see, Ryan needs to be depressed to get into his bag. He needs to be going through some problems, some drama. That's when he does his best right there. So right now he's doing too good in life to be coming up with some good.
Yeah, I definitely got that Joe Budden style. The more depressed I am, the better I spit. Facts.
I think that's a lot of people.
So I'm like the Mary J. Blige rap.
Always be
all right. So let's get into this week in blackness. Did anybody do anything besides me?
I'll go first. I'll keep it short since
you're deep into it already.
Vibe, introspective, went a little bit long. Not a whole lot, man. I think last week I was complaining a little bit about the curbside service. This week was another poor week in terms of customer service. Had some mail misdelivered. They done put my mail at the wrong crib, and so I had to call and try to get something else sent back out. And
so something important there.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't even. It was like some mask that I got, but I
was going to say, because you can't have your Adam and Eve subscription sent to the wrong crib, and you're like, yo, did y'all get one of them things? I was.
It's online nowadays, baby. You don't remember this.
Thursday night, and I need it.
Oh, right. No, it was some masks, just some face masks, and it said delivered. On the tracking. You get a package and you check the tracking, and so I checked it and it was like delivered, and I'm like, wait, delivered? And this was the day before. I'm like, I don't think I got nothing delivered. I text the wife, was like, yo, did I get a package yesterday? She's like, nope. So. Long story short, end up finding out they delivered it to the wrong house because my postal worker, she had rang my doorbell that day, and I tried to answer, but she had already left. And so I saw her a couple days later, and I was like, hey, you rang my doorbell. There was another item that I sold on Swappa that didn't get to the location and is getting returned to sender. So I thought she was ringing about that. And so I saw her, flagged it down. She's like, no, I wanted to let you know I saw a UPS package for you, but it was, down the street on somebody else's house. She's like, we're not able to touch those packages. She's like, but I was just trying to let you know. So,
that's cool that she saw it and noticed.
Yep. And so now I got to wait, I hit up the company I ordered them from, and they're going to send them out. But, that just sucked because
you didn't just go down there and be like, yo, you got a package of mine.
I actually did go down to their crib because she told me what house it was, but nobody was there. And that crib is like mad jacked up. It's like, I kid you not. And I had never paid attention to this house. I drove past it a million times, but I guess because the stuff is kind of off in the cut. But when I say this house is like, or the yard at least is just run down and full of
really garbage.
Like it was what do you call it? It was a jet ski, just kind of laid up behind some bushes in the front yard. They had it's just random stuff everywhere, just bikes all up in the backyard, little kid cars, kitty litter, like any kind of random stuff is just all strewn about either in their front yard or their backyard. Now it's not at the very front where you see it, but like behind the bushes. Like I said, once you get in the backyard, it's just like Sanford and Son up in that mug. So,
but you sound like you're cautious, but your rhymes say I keep the dual tone on my hip and my holster.
Hey, and
you wasn't prepared for that.
I'm not gonna comment on that. I'm gonna just say I went over there. It was jacked up. I did knock on the door. Nobody was home. And so because the company had already said they were going to send me my stuff, I was like, all right, cool. But yeah, just anyway, long story short, a gang of just bad customer service, man. So that's all I got. What about you, Bucks Wine Poppy?
Week has been pretty quiet. I did do a couple things. I got me finally, Phenom, trying to be like you. I got me a robot vacuum cleaner. I got a little cheap joint from Walmart, like $100, but it's got a little remote to it. It's got a little thing to it. And I kind of like it, man. I mean, I got to do a little work. You got to move things around, but I like doing it. I sit there and like multitask. I'm sitting there doing something, making eggs or whatever like that in the morning, and just got that little thing, doing little chores around it. So I like it. I just need to know at what level do I become a slave master with this thing, man? It is a black model. It's black colored. I don't feed it. I don't take care of it. Whenever I get the little pop up on my phone that says like drop sensor's dirty, take care of me. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing nothing. I'm just gonna put you back over here on this little charger and leave you alone. Am I racist for having this thing in my house? I just need to know from the black delegation. Am I good? Am I grandfathered in here?
As long as it doesn't ask you for reparations, I think you're okay. It's not gonna say make me free, and you'll be all right. But if you're thinking that, then you might be a racist.
Yeah, man. So, but man, I'm just wondering. But no, I like it, man. So far, it doesn't do everything. But man, the hardwood floor is down on the first floor. It does a pretty decent job. But yeah, you got to move stuff around. But it's cool, man. I'm just trying to figure it out. The kids are like having fun with it because they're like turning it off and messing with the buttons. So like it probably don't know what the hell. It's probably gonna break in like 5 days. But
are they riding on it?
My wife has been asking me to put the daughter. I'm like, are you going to try to kill her on the little thing? First,
she's just going to spin around in a circle.
I can see like a little cat being on there or a little tiny dog, but humans should be on there, man. Even if you're a little baby, man, it's too much weight. But whatever, man. So I got that. And then the other thing I want to talk about. So like, your boy has been trying to stay fit this year. I kind of slacked off the last 2 months, but trying to get back into it like right now as we get to the winter months. But I decided to take up a new. I've been doing the runs, but it's starting to get too cold. So I started jump roping. I got the speed jump rope, trying to do like the boxing thing. And I gotta say, I'm trash at jump roping, man. And it's the saddest thing because we used to jump rope when we was kids, but now I can't jump rope. I can barely get to like 60, 70 with a little fast speed rope. And I gotta say, like, when's the last time y'all jump rope? And can y'all do it for a while? And I'm gonna go to Phenom first because I'm just assuming because he can do everything that he can do jump rope for hours on end.
I can jump rope. It's been a minute since I jump rope, but I do have a jump rope somewhere around the house, and so every once in a while, when I come across it, just either cleaning or just doing some laundry or whatever, I'll be like, oh, here's this jump rope. And I might, just go
move it to somewhere else.
Just be in the garage or the basement and, do it real quick. But jump roping isn't a problem. The thing that is amazing to me that I can't do to save my life, that I would imagine that we all did at some point as kids, is hula hooping. Like, have y'all ever gotten a hula hoop in recent years and tried to do that? Like, I can't get that thing to go more than one revolution.
Could you do it ever?
Yeah, when I was a kid, when we used to do it in school when they had the hula hoop, like, I was good with it. I was rocking.
I could never do it. Yeah, I could never do it.
Phenom was definitely that dude that make it, just make the hula hoop go to his neck and then come back down and then do it and back on his hip. He was that dude. Come on.
Nah, I could never get that mug to work ever.
I could do the basic. I could do the basic hip thing, but actually, I did do hula hoop with my niece. Like it's probably still been like 12 years ago or something like that when she was like a little girl. But I remember she had one and we were just out in the backyard. And I remember trying to do it and I was like, this is so trash because just when you 30-year-old dude, 40-year-old dude, you ain't got no hip. You got no hip flexibility. You got no none of that, man. So it's just like, oh man, it's just awkward. But yeah, I tried it. It did not look cool. Failure, absolute failure. But the jump rope, man, I'm trying to get to it, man. But it is definitely a good workout, and I like that I can just stay in the garage, stay a little warmer instead of being out there in the freezing cold. So yeah, I'm gonna try to pick up on that over the next couple months, man. And hopefully I can get up. I don't know, man. I don't know. I need to figure out what a good goal is. Like 5 minutes worth of doing it in a row, consecutively without an interruption. That's I guess my long term goal. But I can't even get like barely a minute now, so I got to work on that.
Now, can you do like the? Well, I guess not because you say you trash at it, but you do like the crisscross.
No, I ain't ready for all that. No, man. I'm not ready for all that. But I'm working to it. I mean, I can get going pretty fast, man. But it just at some point it just hits my shoes and it just messes it all up, man. So I don't know if I need like some like thinner shoes, like it's like how those boxing. I'm talking about, Phenom. The boxing shoes are like real, almost like there's no like sole or nothing. It's just like a leather wrap around your foot, basically.
I'm going to give you the scientific reason of why you're having trouble jump roping. It's because as you get older, this is the reason why older adults fall more. So we're right at the middle of this. We're middle-aged men. The synapses speed going from your brain to your body starts to slow down. So that's why you think your foot should be in a certain place, but it just took it too long to get there. So you think you jumping timely, your brain's jumping timely, body is not. So therefore, you're tripping yourself up. Science.
Well, I'm trash. I'm working on it, but hey, it's all good.
Jump rope used to be my thing. Like growing up, I used to love jump roping. And I used to do the,
double dutch,
the double jumps, not double dutch. I wasn't a double dutch guy. I think I tried double
the street with the clothesline.
And that was not it. But like just straight jump roping. I remember I did the jump for heart. You used to do that in school.
I remember that. Yeah.
Used to jump rope. And I used to do the little double jump where you twirl it twice. And then occasionally I could get it like 3 times. And I couldn't go again after that. I could go twice and keep going. But occasionally you do the 3. And so yeah, jump roping was fun, man.
Did you do the little the ghetto cheers when you're doing like you ugly UGLY, you ain't gonna ugly? Did you do all that?
Probably not.
I can see Phenom being the dude who could do all the girls' double dutch routines just as an entry to holler at them.
No, that was the jump off point right there.
Yeah. Shout out to William. That dude used to do all the girls' jumps, and he was killing it too. All right.
What about you, man? You got anything?
Yes. All right. So, I watched the movie right before I came downstairs. Paul, wanted to make sure that I brought it to your attention. It is called Beneath Us. It is on Amazon Prime.
Oh, don't have it.
I just need you to keep but just keep an eye out for it. It'll be on something soon.
Okay.
Actually, I wonder, was it Prime
Hold on. Why are you trying to tell me about this? I see about this.
Because it is the Brown delegation's Get Out.
This is disrespectful.
It's the Brown delegation's Get Out. It's basically some Latino men are out trying to work hard and find a job because they are illegally here in the US of A. And a white lady, they ask her, does she need some help? She says yes, takes them back to the house, and she will not let them leave. And so calamity ensues. So I'm going to just keep Beneath Us. And it's pretty racist. I'm going to say it's pretty racist just because, it has to be, because the reason that they won't let them go is it seems like racism. It's kind of like Get Out, though. So I think all Brown delegations.
Get Out wasn't very, it was more suspenseful than scary, but is it gory or what are we talking about here? Or is it more?
Nah, it wasn't gory. It's Get Out for Brown delegation.
Get Out. All right, I'll check it out. All right.
Yep.
Why you gotta be illegals like that, man?
Hey.
No.
Hey, It is what it is.
Citizens over here, with the whole island's U.S. citizens over here. Just want you to point that out to you, man.
Okay, good.
Okay.
All right.
I'll check
The
it
other
out.
thing, took care of some grown man business this week. Saturday, had the notary come by so I can refinance the house.
Hey, I
So
told
signed all
you.
them paperwork.
Told you.
I had 20,000 signatures I had to make.
Mhm.
Signature was trash by the end. I hope the paperwork don't get rejected.
You had him sit outside? You had him sit outside?
No, she came in. She had 2 masks on, and I had my mask, and the wife had a mask. So I think we was good. So
I made homie sit out in the backyard with me. So that's what, but the weather was bad, so I was like, cool.
yeah, it was kind of chilly, so we didn't do it that way. But took care of that.
Mhm.
I then went on my search that morning. Phenom, remember I told you I was going to search for the Air Jordan 11 Jubilees.
That's,
So this
that's
is
what he's doing with his low mortgage payment. He's just buying a Jordan 11.
No, actually, a Christmas bonus. So yeah, I went ahead and I was like, you know what? These Jordans coming out, I had no plans on getting them. I've never actually had a pair of Jordans that was numbered.
Mhm.
So I've not had the real in-game Jordans.
Oh, you tried.
Always wanted the Space Jams. So I was like, let me get them. These are close enough. All the colors plus the new technologies in them. Let me get me a pair. And I went on the websites. I had 3 going at once. Woke up at 8 a.m. Sat here, sleepy as a mug. Like, why can't I sleep another hour and a half? And just let the screens go waiting. Because that's a finish line and like whatever. I think I was on Dick's Sporting Goods, and I don't think it ever popped up on Dick's Sporting Goods. They trash. But I was on Nike, so that was the first place I went. So luckily, Nike was easy. It popped up and was like, all right, here you go. What size you want? I clicked it, signed in, PayPal, and it was like, we will email you and let you know if this is available. And I was like, oh, this is where they get me. So I'm just going to sit here. And then, nope, it popped right up and it's like, all right, your shoes have been ordered. They're on their way. And I got a tracking number. Yeah, that got me some. Yeah, so that's cool. I'm probably never going to wear them. I'll probably wear them to like, since they patent leather, I guess I will wear them whenever I have to go to a black tie event. That's going to be the first thing I do. So that's going to be me.
Yo, man, one time at work, we got the crazy firewalls at work. One time I Googled Dick's looking for shoes or not a good idea. I was let you know, not a good idea. I got the immediate like pop up.
Did IT come in and talk to you?
No, they didn't talk to me, but like, you just get like the auto email. Like they had a system set up where like you just get an auto email like you're looking for offensive material. Like, one more time in the next 14 days, you could be reprimanded. I was like, oh,
right.
So basically, yeah, never look. I don't know why is that store called that, man. Call it sports. Call it Sports Authority. Call it anything else.
Roberts.
Man.
Can you just call it Roberts? Yeah.
Anything, man. Yeah, but why is that name that, man? They're everywhere now, man. Especially down here in the South, man. It's kind of nuts. There's one not too far from here, man. But I can't go look on there at my work computer. So
yeah.
Now,
So
Ryan, I'm looking at your IG, and I don't see the got 'em post, man. Whenever you get a hard to cop item, you gotta put that got 'em on your IG, man. It
speaking
shows you're a rookie. But I'm gonna teach you the tricks of the game. Gotta throw that got 'em up there.
I'm gonna throw that got 'em on the Air Monarchs here pretty soon, man.
How did Cedric the Entertainer say it? I'm a grown man. And so I'm not finna be doing that. I'm good.
All right.
Gotta flex on the fools who got that didn't got 'em.
Yo, hey, man, Ryan, real talk. We 50 minutes in, man, so we might need to cut one or two of these.
Oh, we are.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about these stories. Mm-hmm. So, did y'all know, according to this Mashable article, half of U.S. adults don't know that Facebook does not do original news reporting. Did you know this? To me, I thought this was the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Who are you people? But apparently they surveyed 2,021 adults in the United States and asked them, like, yo, do you think that Facebook curates its own news?
Mm-hmm.
And half of the mofos said, yes, they did, or they weren't sure. And that's trash, man. What are we thinking out here in these streets? Phenom, you got a chance to just check out those numbers, man. How dumb are we?
I mean, we're hella dumb. I mean, that's the easy answer right there. On this one, you said 51% of people weren't sure if Facebook did news reporting. Or no, it was 42% were not sure. 66% of people weren't sure about Apple News, 57% for Google News. This really wasn't surprising to me. I mean, when we think about the time that we're in right now, I mean, not to go super political, but right now we have, I don't know, maybe 40% of the voting population believes that the election was rigged, that the Supreme Court, the Republican legislatures and attorneys general, the Democrats are all in cahoots to overturn this election, like to rig the election against Donald Trump. And people really believe that this is the case. They don't feel like he just lost. They feel like everybody is working together to try to rig it. So when you just have a population like that, we're just not good critical thinkers in this country. I mean, that's just the fact. So this doesn't surprise me at all.
7% said the Wall Street Journal doesn't do their own reporting. What is this?
Yeah.
Who are these idiots?
They're the ones who think it's fake news and
9% ABC News. ABC News doesn't do their own reporting.
Hey, you got Google News, Apple News, so.
Oh my God. Yeah, I guess so.
Box Wine Pop.
Are you disappointed?
No, I'm not disappointed, man. I mean, this is. I mean, I'm first of all, again, I'm not team Facebook. I haven't been on Facebook in, geez, I can't remember how long. It's been over a decade, man. I think, or close to it. Maybe 7-8 years, man. I ain't been on Facebook. I ain't never getting back on Facebook. I'm out of there. But I've heard like all the kind of like the stories that are like kind of fed towards are all kind of right wingy type stuff. I hear that's like real popular over there. So like, I'm glad I'm not part of it. But yeah, man, it's news aggregators. But man, people are dumb, man. There's a famous quote. It's like, imagine how dumb the average person is, and then consider it there's half the country is dumber than that, and that's really what you should think of. That's really what you should think of. Like that. Just think of the average person you interact with, how dumb they are, and like me, I'm probably like the 51st percentile, so I'm not very smart, and I've got an Ivy League education in some ways. And there's people that are way dumber than me, man. So that should be alarming to you.
I mean, look at the coronavirus. All we got to do is wear a mask and the deaths would drop tremendously. Right. We can't do that.
So. Right.
But that's not about education, Phenom. That's about freedom of choice.
Because these people are poorly educated. That's why.
Yeah, they don't understand how viruses work. We've proven that. Okay. All right. So, speaking of idiots, MAGA marchers and the Proud Boys were out. Phenom, this is your story, so I'm going to kick it to you.
All right. So, yeah, this story, I'm not sure if you guys saw this. Check the show notes. The one linked is actually from The Root. But basically, there were a bunch of marches that descended upon Washington, D.C., as I kind of mentioned before. The MAGA squad, they're angry that Trump has lost the election about 377 times now. All these challenges to different federal courts, to the Supreme Court, all these lawsuits, they just are losing. The Electoral College, by the time you listen to this podcast, that should be official. All those delegates will have gone to Joe Biden, or not all of them, but the ones that'll get them the presidency, and they were angry. So they went to DC and they started just causing mad chaos. I mean, they were going down marching. When they saw Black Lives Matter signs, they started burning them. A lot of these were in churches, like on church property. They would start to burn the flags on church property. Somebody ended up like shooting, like just busting off in a big crowd. They said there were lots of fights where people got stabbed. And so I'm just wondering, what do you guys think of this? Because I mean, this is like anarchy. Like, this is crazy that you just have these Proud Boys, these white supremacist groups that are going around and really just tearing stuff up. And now these are the same people that when Black people or brown people or allies were marching for social justice, marching saying, stop shooting us, stop stabbing us, treat us fairly. They were saying, oh, it's ridiculous. You guys are rioters. You're destroying the country. But now these same people are going around and like popping off because they think Trump won and he didn't, or because they think that Black lives don't matter. So I don't know. What do y'all think about that? And is the Civil War, aka the race war, is that really about to pop off?
Box wine?
Yeah, I'll jump in. I mean, like, I saw the stuff. I did, of course, I know a lot of people that live in DC, work in DC, things like that. I mean, like, it was, but it wasn't really this one. I mean, like, look, man, it's a bunch of people that spun up. They've been spun up because the politicians keeping it all going, the hysteria about it. And I get it, man. They want their dude to win, man. They upset about these dudes, about this stuff like that. So they, in some ways, this is letting them vent. And I guess, man, hey, I guess if that's what you got to do, get it out your system. Because guess what? That man is getting up out of here in like 38 days. Ain't nothing you can do about it. So walk it off. But the rally, it wasn't really that many people out there, man. People keep thinking like it was like, tens of thousands. It was really small, man. It was a couple thousand maybe. And at night it was definitely some marauding people kind of out there. But every video that I saw, I that's why I hate these videos, man. Like, because all you ever see is like, oh, this Proud Boy, you don't know what the other dude was saying. Like, first of all, like, why are you out there? Like, everybody knew this was coming this weekend. So I mean, I get it if you get like out in the daytime. Why are you out late at night? These crazy people just run around out here, and why are you like interacting with? Just don't interact with them. You know what I'm saying? So like, I just don't really. The videos. I mean, I feel for people if they got punched or whatever like that, but I don't know like what the full interaction was. And I just hate how like Twitter, when you see the video, all you see is like this one dude, with a long beard and looks crazy. He's punching the dude in the head, and you're like, man, that's messed up, that other dude. But you don't know what the other dude said to him, man. And I don't like that part of it. Not that I'm really going to look for the whole video, but dude, just stay out their way. I'm not going to be out there, man. I disagree with these people hardly, but I'm not going to be out there fighting with these dudes, man. It ain't worth it, man. Just going inside. But no, I don't think there's no civil war and all this, like some of these people are talking, like, because they ain't got nothing, man. It ain't enough of them that are that worked up about it. I don't believe.
So you give them a pass for burning the Black Lives Matter flag.
I'm not giving a pass.
Are you saying there's good guys on both sides?
I'm not saying. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, man, people, hey, when people upset, they gonna get their stuff off. I mean, we can't say those. I mean, when people upset about a police shooting that doesn't go, the verdict doesn't go the way they want, and they burn up some stuff. It's like to me, it's like it ain't right, but you understand where they're coming from, and I think it ain't right what they're doing, but I kind of understand, like, they're coming. Do I think they should be tearing down other church property and stuff like that? No, but stuff is gonna happen, man. Hopefully nobody gets hurt, and hopefully they, it's one day and they go away. I think it's the best thing you can do, man. I don't really know what else to. You would hope they wouldn't do it at all, but period. But that's not the world we live in, man.
I guess my thing is, look at in your two examples, look at the causes of the outrage. So if you're talking about someone got killed, by a cop, and in some of those situations, the evidence is murky. It could have gone one way or another, but someone being killed potentially unjustly, I feel like that's a reason for outrage. Because your guy lost the election,
right?
You turn up.
But they've been built in to think that dude is they think that dude is Jesus, man. They really have been turned into that. You can't deny that.
That's a problem.
Yeah, it is a problem, but that's what they think, man. It is. I mean, look, I went to I didn't tell y'all this. I went to like so there's like a TCBY
rally. Wait, we about to find out.
Too. But no, man. I mean, I'm like, I live.
20 hat Paul.
I live out here, like, kind of near the country, but we live in the suburbs. But like, man, like, I went down the street the other day. There's still a Trump sign. I went to Walmart on Saturday. There was a lady in there with a Trump mask on. I went to the TCBY spot I take my kid to all the time, like a week or two ago, and the dude behind the counter, I'm pretty sure he's the owner or whatever, the proprietor. He had a Trump mask on. And this is like a month after the election. I'm like, dude, and I'm just looking at him like, and I saw the man, but I was already in there with my kid. My kid wanted the ice cream. So I'm like, okay, we're just gonna get the ice cream. But I sat there I was like, man, I'm never going back in here again. Like, why the hell you got this mask on a month after the election? So you must be that type of crazy where you think like he deserves to still be in there and all stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm just not patronizing, but man, people they hurt out there, man. So I mean, most people ain't out there riding, but there is some smart. Look, man, if you crazy enough to fly to DC from like Montana or wherever the hell you from to go to some stupid rally for a case you know ain't gonna win, what do we think gonna happen, man? Those people are insane, man. Stay away from them at all costs. They got nothing to lose. Zero.
Ryan, what say you?
I got no excuses for these racists. I mean, we know the people out here that are doing these things are the same people that they got those secret meetings on Thursday nights where they wearing pointy hats. And it is what it is, man. This time they just decided to cover their face they wearing black shirts, but normally they wearing all white. So, it's kind of par for the course for them. They need to get off of people's property. I don't mind anybody still. If your person lost the election, you still want to rock a Trump flag or whatever, fine. That's your prerogative. Just like people got the Bernie stickers on their cars, and he lost. That's fine. You're showing support. Cool. But stay out of people's yards and tearing up stuff. The bottom line is, y'all, it's not just about Trump. It's just y'all just thought this dude stood against everything black. And so that's what you're doing. And it came down to racism, not politics.
Yeah. And last thing I'll say on that is also, while we're talking politics, I can't say her last name. Was it Kelly Loeffler in Georgia?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all see she was posing
with the KKK
a white supremacist. Got a photo with him on the gram, posing with him. So they definitely know what this is. They're not even dog whistling anymore. It's just like all out in the open. So be safe out there. Black and brown folks, all people of color, be safe out there.
Right. All right. So a little breaking news for y'all, just to lighten the mood a little bit. So I got an alert from Bleacher Report saying tomorrow there'll be an Ask LeVar Ball Anything at 12:30 Eastern time. Mm-hmm. So check that out. That'll be funny. Then immediately after that, the Pistons wave D'Angelo. So it's just like, we've had enough.
Oh, really?
I was like, did he even have a practice? I guess he had 1 week of practice. Maybe he was just getting done up out there. Maybe they thought he was LaMelo, and when he showed up, it's like, this is not the one we thought it was.
Or he stole like a warm-up jersey, and they were like,
he put it on eBay, but he still was wearing it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Get him up out here.
Okay, so you want me to keep going because we run a long time. All right.
Next topic.
Okay, so quickly, man. This is the controversial story, I guess, of the week. So the dude, did y'all hear about this Brandon Bernard guy that got executed?
Yes.
I think down in Texas. Did y'all hear about this? Did you hear about the story?
Yep. I looked at it today. Yes.
All right, so just to keep it long story short, the dude was a teenager. I guess he was running around with some fools. They decided to rob like some youth pastors. I think it was a white couple that were like youth pastors. Basically, it wasn't him that was like the trigger man, but like they shot the people. Then they put him in the trunk of the car. They shot through the trunk of the car and killed one of them. But then the dude that they executed this weekend, I guess he like doused the car in gasoline and they set the car on fire.
He burned it up.
The person, yeah. And it's no question. He I guess he's admitted to doing it and stuff like that. But like his case has been kind of like controversial because I guess he was a minor at the time. And I guess maybe he's, been an exemplary prisoner and stuff like that. And I guess more recently he's had some people like come onto his case, like I think Alan Dershowitz, and I forget the other lawyer that was trying to help him out. And then Kim Kardashian was the one pushing for it. And I think she even tried to reach out to Trump, to get a pardon, and it didn't work out. I don't really want to get necessarily too much into this dude's case. But I just want to know, we never talked about it on the pod. Like, what's y'all's views on the death penalty? Because I saw a lot of people like, oh man, outlaw the death penalty, get rid of it. This is an injustice and stuff like that. And I think we've never had the conversation. So I'm just gonna throw it to you. And Ryan, you were the most saved of all three of us. Why don't you read it off?
Not the most saved. Phenom is saved too. So
you're the most saved.
But I don't know, man. I mean, I've gone back and forth with this my entire life, to be honest, just thinking about it. And my only reason for being against the death penalty is because I don't want innocent people to be put to death. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, the most heinous of crimes, like serial killers and stuff, they got to go, man. Like, there's no reason to keep them around. I mean, a lot of time that evidence is overwhelming and there's nothing they can do about it. But anytime you can save one innocent life, then you probably should. But at the same time, they get to walk the yard for 20 years before we even think about putting somebody to death. And they get many a times to appeal and find new evidence and all that kind of stuff. So I guess I'm for it. But again, for the most heinous of crimes, I mean, the point of it is that you're supposed to actually have a punishment. But we talked about that we actually need to try to rehabilitate people in prison too. So that's also part of the problem.
Phenom?
I probably fall somewhere similar. I mean, generally speaking, I would be fine doing away with the death penalty. I do think on the most heinous of crimes, I'm not going to object too much. But the problem with the death penalty is, I think I'm completely against it right now, and that reason is because the justice system is so unfair, and we see so many minority individuals, especially Black men, that end up on death row, and we find out a lot of them end up innocent. Now, I'm sure there's plenty of guilty folks on there too, but if you're going to have that type of system, a capital punishment system, you have to make sure that it is fair and just, in that these people who you're going to kill are actually guilty of the crime. So I think we don't have that capacity in this country right now. Like, the justice system simply cannot do it. It is simply set up against Black and brown folks. And so I think as long as that's the case, you basically have to get rid of the death penalty, because you just can't take the chance of killing innocent people, like back to back to back. Now, maybe if you got them on tape, if you got them on a video, you got a signed confession, you got 3 witnesses from all ethnicity, maybe a slam dunk case like that, you say, okay. But I just don't think this system is really set up to where it can be fair and where it can be effective. So I say, nah.
And then the important question has always been, would you be against the death penalty if you're the one that had to kill them? But Paul, what's your take on the death penalty?
Well, man, I mean, like, for me, I was in the Army, so I'm definitely not a pacifist, you know what I'm saying? Or so I think there's a time to kill. And this situation with this dude definitely was, this dude, heinous crime. And the crazy part, when I read the story about him in the article, he was basically saying, like, he did this when he was like 16. He was like, our age, like 41, 42, something like that, when, this weekend when they put him to death. So he had like 20 years. They said this man hadn't apologized. He was waiting for the chance to apologize to the family. Like, how you looking for mercy, and you had 20 whole years sitting there on death row, and you ain't tried to reach out, do something. You might get rejected. You might get shot down. But hey, man, if you ain't made those overtures, man, then it's a mess, man. So, like, no, I'm cool with this death penalty on this dude. Kim Kardashian, get up out of here. What are you talking about? I mean, this dude deserved it. He admitted he did it, and if you ain't apologized by now, you don't deserve it. And this,
I don't know. I think when you talk about people committing crimes as minors, like even the heinous crimes like this one, even you got grisly murders and things like that. If you're 15, 16, I don't think you can give them the death penalty. I think you can give them life. But I just think a minor's brain really isn't developed to make good decisions. Like, we all made some trash decisions at 16. Yeah. Now, we weren't killing people and doing anything that heinous, but I'm sure each of us made just terrible, terrible decisions just because we just weren't there. And especially as a minority, you may not have all the resources and things. So you make even worse decisions out of need. So I think when it comes to if you're talking about grown people,
I guess technically he was 19. He was 19 when this happened. So
okay, well, if he wasn't a minor, then
get him about here. But look, but going back to Phenom's point, man, about like, if you got proof, positive, like, man, I don't understand the part. Like, I definitely want people that's, it's questionable. We got to get the people right. Now we got DNA testing, which is something we didn't have. That's the big game changer. DNA testing for a lot of these like heinous crimes, stuff like that. and it's helped free a lot of people get off death row in the last decade. Probably needs to be some more that's probably still out there waiting to get free, but it's working, it's not as fast as we want, but that's a positive sign. But on the other end, man, like these dudes, like the cat that was like that shot up the Batman movie in Colorado. Where you got videotape, that's the dude. Like, man, you can just go ahead and execute him the next that night. Like, we don't need 20, 30 years to put this man to death. And all these other, like, school shooters, these dudes like that, man, get them the hell up out of here that day. I don't need the death penalty to wait for 20 years and all these, like, man, just expedite that joint. I don't care who, and I'm all on board on that. If there's
maybe finding people covered in blood and be like, oh, we need to go to trial. No, we don't.
Yeah, no, we don't. And I don't care, like, reason and say, like, it don't matter, man. If you done something and there's beyond a shadow of doubt that you've done it, and we, some tribunal, whatever, says like, hey, no, we proof positive on this one, and you got video evidence or whatever like that. No, man, you can go, man. The Boston bombers, all them cats, man, get them up out of here, man.
Right.
Quickly. We don't need to sit there and wait around for 30, 40 years. That's the part that kills me. But the other part I'm tripping on, and Ryan, this kind of goes to religion. So in the story, the dude was saying, like,
the phenom say,
I'm sorry.
That's right.
I was gonna say they need to do like a Hunger Games with people. It's like,
yeah,
you might as well entertain us. That's weird. We can't do that.
He's not gonna kill you immediately, but we'll put you in all you deranged psychos. We'll put you on TV.
Yeah, but what do you do with that one dude that does win, though?
Whoever make it out.
But what do you do with the dude that wins? So he's gonna be unstoppable, man.
Right.
Like
Jason, that's the only dude you execute.
Right.
If you win, you get executed. If you don't, you die. Okay.
You're like,
That's the running. That's the plot to The Running Man. If y'all ever watched that movie back in the day,
or you put those guys, put them in the ring with like Mike Tyson or something. Like, all right, Mike Tyson.
It's Ryan. So I don't want to delay this, but let me ask you. So this is the other part, man. So this dude, he said he waiting to apologize and stuff like that, but then he, started getting into like his little Christian bag. And man, this is the part that again, I'm not the most religious. Y'all are more religious way more religious than me. This is the part one of the things I can never understand. Like, man, like I'm on death row. I did all this heinous stuff. I've been doing all this, but as long as I, apologize and repent in my final minutes, that I'm good to go, like, I don't get that, man. Get that mess out of here too. And I just don't understand. I just don't fathom that. Like, how is that? Like, that dude really can't go to heaven, right? Like, that dude's not going to be there, right? Like he going to get tricked. Like, there's no way that dude's actually show up in heaven. You done this horrible thing. You ain't bothered to apologize to family for 20 some years. And now on the last 5 minutes, you're like, oh, I'd really like to reach out and just, say I'm sorry and things like, man, get that mess up out of here, man. You ain't done nothing. You just been sitting there chilling in prison for the last 20 years doing nothing.
Hey, the people that are truly asking for forgiveness are forgiven. And that's all. That's between them and God. That has nothing to do with us. We will never understand it, nor can we fathom it, because we don't ever love each other the way God loves us.
If I'm in heaven, he better not be there beside me. I'm letting you know that right now, God. This dude better not be beside. If you send me up there, he better not be beside me, chilling up in the, we up in the movie theater watching movies.
If he tell you can't come, if you can't accept that he's there, are you still going?
Well, I got to see my options.
Yeah, got quiet now. That's what I thought. I do want to make sure. Now we friends, though. You can dap him up when you get there. What up, bro?
He better not be beside me, but God, like, he won't. He's up here with me.
Right, since you can't accept it.
Right.
We got somewhere else for you.
If you're there, y'all, they just like, here on Earth, they got to have like redlining, or, he needs to be like sent to like some place, we're going to have some gentrification going on here. I'm staying over here. He's over there. I don't want to see him. Keep them over there. Keep all them crazy folks over there. If them dudes that just got in at the last minute, nah, man. I want to be hanging around with them in the afterlife.
All right. Okay, that's what's up.
Last topic. Let me get into it.
Last topic. Yep.
Okay, this is my favorite one. I've been waiting, Ryan. I'm gonna kick it off to you, man.
No, I was on it.
Story that broke middle of the week. And it's only a minor little story, man. So that's what we bring it to the end. But basically, some dude that's a like former Israeli like spy chief of some or space chief of some sort. I don't really know what that means. He says there's aliens out there.
Israeli space program.
Israeli space program. I'm sure they got a dope space program. But this dude came out and said like, yeah, man, there's aliens out here. We got them, and they've been effing with the U.S. and Israel, and weirdly only those two countries for quite some time. And they basically telling us that mankind is not ready for them. But for some reason, this dude decided to let the cat out of the bag. I didn't really understand that part. But Ryan, as our resident conspiracy brother, our resident space nerd, what do you think? You think this one has some legs to it?
Yes, it has legs to it, because if you've ever heard anything about the spy community, nobody knows more information than the Israeli spy agencies. I don't know what it is about them. They are ruthless. They don't care. They're going to get the information how they got to get the information.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, if he said it, man, then he believes it. And that's really what matters. It makes sense to me. I mean, we just proved that, half of y'all idiots believe that Facebook is a news source. So if you're really thinking that, then, hey, and then the other 7 and 9% don't believe they're real news sources or news sources. Why would the aliens come talk to us? They're just not going to. We're not ready. We really aren't. Some of us, if they came tomorrow, we would, I don't know what. It would be anarchy in the streets. We would start killing each other immediately. So no.
Phenom, you got a take on this one?
I kind of second what Ryan said. I mean, we talked about early in the show how stupid. We were talking about how stupid Americans are, but I think we've seen other countries sort of follow our trend in some of their elections of leaders and just kind of picking crazy, wacky people, and people are just gullible, man. So. The fact that this dude is talking about this stuff again, I don't know if we talked about it on the show. I know we talked about it offline, but we know that if aliens were here, there's no way that Trump would be able to keep it a secret. There's no way in the world, because he knows that talking about that would get him all the attention that he craves. And I think this guy even said, like, Trump had a deal with the aliens to not let people know. No, he would have been screaming that to the high heavens. You don't think on like 2 days before the election that Trump would have been like, look, I'm here with this alien from intergalactic blah, blah. Like, no, that would have been front page everything. So, yeah, this dude has been drinking the crazy Kool-Aid that a lot of other people are drinking right now. I don't know what's in it, who makes it, but it's some good stuff. And so, no, I don't buy it.
Yeah, man. The story, what was crazy to me is like it broke, and I was like, oh man, this is kind of nuts. You know, but I was like, man, why just these two countries? Like, so basically, you know, and it's an Israeli dude, but he's like, oh, Israel and the USA. It's like, I mean, Israel is an important country, but it's not a major. You can't really say it's a major country. A lot of it's like support from our country, not, you know, respect to them, man. They got a, you know, small country and a lot of enemies all around them. But like, why would he? You know,
God's chosen people aren't important to the aliens.
No, not to the aliens.
They are.
You think those aliens know anything about God? They don't know nothing about it.
I'm just telling you, the Mossad knew about them before they knew about the Mossad.
But this dude's saying they got underground bases in Mars, and there's like people meeting with them over there Mars. Like, so it's nuts, man. But I mean, who knows, man? Maybe the dude knows more than we do. But yeah, I'm a phenom. If Trump knew about aliens, there's 0% chance he wouldn't have told us by now in some crazy tweet. He didn't even like this story. Like, how did that slip by him, man? You know, he would have retweeted this joint with the quickness, man. So that lets me know something's up, man.
Trump is not a stupid man. He knows how we are. He knows we're idiots. If he told us anything about it, the stock market would immediately crash. There are certain things that every president would know that you just can't say out loud, man. No. And that includes it.
I mean, if aliens exist, which maybe they do, I'm almost certain that the government would not have told him. Like, I don't care if he is a president, if he is a commander in chief, if he has all the security clearances, the people in Area 52 were like, we are not telling that dude.
Right. They definitely not giving him anything. They giving him the redacted versions that we get. And they might be telling him some stuff that they saying is top secret, but no, he ain't got the truth. So maybe he was the presidential stand-in that the Jewish dude saw.
Maybe
now,
so.
Here's a question. First, I kick it to you, Box One Poppy. If you were an alien, and we're not talking about illegal, we're not slandering the brown people. If you're a space alien, where would you go? Like, what country would you land in? If you had access to information, you kind of knew the lay of the land, where would you go?
I'm probably going somewhere like Hong Kong, man. First of all, I can just, it's busy, nightlife, a lot of money there, a lot of short people. So I imagine I'm a short alien because everything, however we draw aliens, they're short. And so I picture like, you just blend in there, man. I picture like the dude from American Dad, like just that little alien just walk around town.
Saying Asian people look like aliens? Oh.
I didn't say. I just said that. I just said short. I just said short. I'm thinking if they can get all the way from whatever galaxy they're from, they can probably shapeshift into looking like somebody, whoever they want.
What about you, Ryan?
I'm going straight to Hawaii. Everybody in Hawaii seems like they're having a good time. Smiles on faces anytime I see them. They're all nice and tan. The work days probably end at 1 p.m. So, hey, seems like a good place to go.
Exactly.
All right. I'm probably taking it to Brazil, man.
Yeah, that's my next guess.
Take me
with you.
Landing straight in Brazil.
Take me with you.
For all the reasons you think we go.
Right.
Every last one of them. All right. I love this podcast. All right. So, seems like that is it. Paul made it all the way to the end of the podcast. Congratulations. Insert the applause here. Let's see. Phenom, if the people would like to email us in their suggestions of where the aliens should go, how they should arrive here, should they even bother talking to Trump? Did they talk to Trump? And if they did, why? Where can they email us or contact us?
Or if you are an alien that listens to the show, guest on the Black Delegates podcast, you can email us at theblackdelegatespod@gmail.com. If you got social media up there in outer space, you can also follow us. We're on Instagram and Twitter at Black Delegates. It's _ between Black and Delegates. Also have a Facebook page. Just search for the Black Delegates podcast. Make sure you like our page there and follow us for lots of good content. Individually, I am on Twitter and Instagram at Ghetto Phenom. Boxwine Poppy is on Twitter at Boxwine Poppy. The Black Ryan is on Twitter and the gram at The Black Ryan. Boxwine Poppy, if people want to help out the show, they want to help us grow, they want to help us get to another 138 episodes, what can they do?
Go out there, first of all, listen to Phenom and Ryan's raps, and then once you hear Phenom, you just let them know that you think that
He copied my whole fucking flow, word for word, bar for bar.
And then also go out there, man.
Not Ghetto Phenom, just
go out there, man, and rate us 5 stars, man. Rate us and review us, and tell a friend, man. That's what we want you to do. Ryan, you got any closing words for us?
Yes, if the aliens do decide to contest through the Black Delegates email address, I probably wouldn't respond. That won't probably get sent to junk mail, or I just delete it outright. So you better give me some information that nobody else knows, something top secret.
You do not want an alien replying back to you 3 days later with a per my last email thing. It's not going to go well for you, man. It's going to go really bad. So you better respond to that email. And they probably got a read receipt on there.
All right. Read receipts. All right. So that's it. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Peace.
Peace.
About 3 yards.